Hello, I'm Sudarshana Starshine Star. Thank you for being here with me. This is going to be just a brief clip. I'm just thinking to put this announcement out. I'm speaking on a beautiful Tuesday. It's July 16th and it's still 2024. And even though this is going to be a super brief clip, I always like to start all of my clips with the three opening prayers, which are short and they're in Sanskrit and Telugu. It's the Guru Mantra, the Ganesha Mantra, and the Gayatri Mantra. And these are said to protect, uplift, inspire, and what else? Enliven you, me, and this clip. All right. Om, Om, Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmahi Sri Guru Vena Namaha. Om Suklam Bharataram Vishnum Sishivarnam Chatubhujam Prasanavaranam Dhyaye Sarva Vigno Prashantaye. Om Bhur Suvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. All right. What I wanted to share is I've been getting so many questions these past few days. I think the events, or I know the events of July 13th have shaken up a lot of people, and a lot of people that maybe were not asking so many questions or deep questions are beginning to now, and I think that's very good. But I'm getting a lot of questions. I'm inundated on all my social media with a lot of people DMing me, and I have lots of phone calls from other people and things like that. So what I wanted to say is, I have a YouTube channel, and I have two, but one I only put one series on there, and it's called It's the Dazzling of the Light. So on my main YouTube channel, which is called It's the Dazzling of the Light, as I've just said, you can also access it by just going to YouTube and typing in at Sudarshana Starshine Star, and you'll see it has almost 100 videos on there. So it's pretty good. I think you really enjoy it if you check it out. But I advise, because what I'm going to do is either going to be tonight or it will be tomorrow, that I'm going to put out part 2 of a series that I started called The Controllers. If you go to my YouTube channel and you scroll down, you'll see, I don't know, it was about a month ago, maybe a little bit more, I put out something called a preamble to the Controller series. And you'll see this very cool, interesting photo that I'll be using again of it's from the 1930s. And you'll see two workmen working on an opened up back of, if you just look at the skin, it looks like a human male. You can see the skin, the hair, the musculature, the head bent down, everything. You would totally think it was human, but the back is split open to show you that it's a robot. It's all mechanical. And that was from the 1930s, and they're tinkering with it. They're messing around with it. So it's a very interesting photo, black and white. But I advise, if you feel drawn to check out the preamble. And there's also, you'll see part 1 of the Controller series that I also have a little further up on the clips listed on my YouTube channel. And I had to deviate, because what I was talking about, I had to show an image of a Baphomet. What is the Baphomet? So you'll see that image there. And what I'm going to do, I wanted to say, because people are also asking me some questions, and I realize that they haven't listened to some of my audios on my TikTok channel, which is called, it's my 3rd TikTok channel. The first 2 were banned. It's called Mahakali Yeshua 9. The username is Starshine Star 909. So I realize that some people either haven't listened to some of the audios I put on there, or haven't gone to my YouTube channel, or haven't seen, because I've talked about myself. I've talked a little bit about my credentials and shared a little bit, and I'll be sharing more about my personal history. And I'll just say I'm a master spiritual teacher. I'm a soul healer. I have a PhD in spirituality from my Sri Kaleshwara Swami of out of his ashram in Penakonda, India, which is in Andhra Pradesh state. Dedicated my life to two things, spirituality, and I've also been in the acting and singing worlds of Los Angeles and New York. So what I've shared, and I'll just touch base on this just briefly, what I have to share is not common, because I have, in my life experience, since I came on the planet in this earth, I've experienced almost everything that a human can experience, like the 360 of it. I've had very terrible, very excruciatingly horrible experiences and hardships, one would say, as well as the highest divine blessings and amazing experiences. I've had a very supernatural life. I've had foot in both worlds experiencing it, and so many things that I couldn't understand why I was experiencing when I was either a baby, young child, or teenager, or a young woman, or even an older adult. You know, it's all making beautiful sense now. Everything that God gave me to, and that I was not victimized by. Obviously, I agreed to partake in it. There are no victims here. So I've got the fruits of my experiences, and it's given me a level of discernment, as well as I started on February 2nd, 2019. I was hit. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in my kitchen. I was just ambling around in my kitchen, and I was hit on the head by not a literal, not a physical, but an etheric lightning strike that hit my crown chakra, and it knocked me to my kitchen floor. And in that one moment, I had a huge download. It was completely from the divine that helped me to understand so many things I've talked about in my YouTube channels, about my step family. I have a stepfather who I have nothing to do with anymore, who's the most famous shaman on the earth, and my stepbrothers as well. But you can go listen to that. I'm not going to go into that here. I have, on that day, February 2nd, 2019, when I got up off my knees of my kitchen floor after just calling out to God and saying, no, 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 I saw and was given not only the truth, the missing key to my step family, my stepfather, their true identity, what they're really doing on the earth realm and off planet, but the key to what had been ruling this earth for so many thousands of years. But of course I didn't have the details of it, and I needed that. So that day, there's a day that I got up after I called one of my sisters and began a few hours of conversation with her that lasted for 3 weeks, as we were trying to put some pieces together, things we hadn't shared with one another. We were trying to piece things together. But that day I began, I have the ability, I've done it for a lot of my life, because I've spent a lot of my life dedicated to very rigid, very disciplined spiritual practices out of India. So I can survive on 2 to 2.5 hours of sleep a night. And I began on February 2nd, 2019. I went back to sleeping 2 hours, sometimes 2.5, but I was researching 10 plus hours a day on doing deep research into what has been really running this world. And I had to, there was so much to look at, even though things were still censored. This is nothing compared to the censorship today, but you can still find out things. And I try to help people and point them in the direction to find out things, because I don't want anyone just to believe me blindly. This is not what a patriot movement, a truther movement is about. It's not what a true humanistic movement is about. It's not what spirituality is about. Anyone who's a true spiritual master does not want anyone to worship them. They only want to say, I will share with you the steps and the teachings of how I got to be where I am, and I want you to be able to do that hard work and access that to evolve your own soul, to clean your own mind, to open your own heart, to clean off your negative karmas, and to develop your Brahma consciousness, your divine mind consciousness. It's not about worshiping anything outside of oneself, even though one should always give thanks and praise and honor to the Mother, Father, God, our Creator, our true parents, because to not do that is just very silly. But in this world, the earth realm, and the earth has had many incarnations and is much older than is taught in our schooling, our upside down, ridiculously thwarted and incorrect and downright lying education that's we've had for so long. so much has been hidden from us. And the apocalypse means the great unveiling. We're in the truth times now. So we're in the end times now, and it's not the end of humanity. It's the end of the evils, whom I call the controllers, and their minions who have held sway over the humans for thousands and thousands of years. And we've been so dumbed down. We just, what I say, my phrase is, we've been, mistaking angels for demons and demons for angels. And I believe in the 360 teaching of all of this. I do not separate out my spirituality and my spiritual teachings, which are in great depth, from the depth of what I call my patriotic or truther knowledge that I've got from, it's well over 40,000 hours of research that I have now. So I always twine the two together because I believe in that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out, it's going to be part 2 of my controller series. Like I said, I'll be putting it out either this evening, I'll do it, or tomorrow. And what I'm going to start doing, because I like to show you what has been masquerading as truth, the darkness, the dark force, where that's coming from and how that manifested, because it's been going on for a very long time, thousands and thousands of years. And it's culminated to this point where you can see, if you look around on the earth right now and say, what the heck is going on? It's nothing new at all. But the controllers, the beings that have been doing this, they cut off their connection to Mother, Father, God of their own will. God didn't cut them off. They cut off their connection to God out of a desire to be greater than the Mother, Father, God, and to say, I will be greater than the Mother, Father, God. So the left side, or the logical planning, very detail-oriented side of the brain, was greatly developed in the controllers. They plan, and then they plan some more, and very detailed in that. So all the things that once you start researching, and you're like, how can this be so evident everywhere? How did every aspect of our world get so infiltrated just about by this dark, satanic, very evil force? How is this possible? It's been going on for a long time. It was planned by people that, they were not exactly people, I'll say beings, that, owned great resources and great land masses and properties and corporations and big businesses and everything. And they had the resources, and they printed all the money out of thin air. And they had all this stuff to be able to pay their minions and other people to infiltrate all the fields of knowledge, and our schooling and our institutions and all of our governments and everything else, and our religions. And religion is not spirituality. Just want to make that clear. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this now, but what I'm saying is I want to show in my part 2 of the controller series, I'm going to start showing some more branches of things that need to be known. You need to have this knowledge to understand it, not to be depressing, but you have to understand what has been going on and to see it and be able to look it up for yourself after I share it with you, because it's going to develop your discernment. You cannot go by just someone telling you. You have to have life experience. So you take this knowledge, you go research on your own, and I bet anyone who's listening to this, it will start to connect dots, things that you've experienced in your life that maybe you couldn't understand, and you're like, what was that all about? As you start to develop your Brahma consciousness, your divine consciousness more, and your pineal gland starts sparking up more, you are a divine child of God. So you have all the knowledge and everything inside of you, just that the ways to access it have been blocked off for the most part. But we're coming to the renewal of the human. So it's very good news. The best is truly yet to come. So look forward to this. Look out for my audio clip I'll put out. And I'm going to end this with the closing prayer, which is in Sanskrit and Telugu. And what I'm saying with truly all of my heart is, God bless all beings in all worlds. Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. God bless you all. God bless you and yours. I'm sending out huge love and hugs to all of you. I will see you when I see you, and bye-bye for now.